Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing a bonus reading for you guys. You had the highest viewership again last week, so thank you so much. I am going to start by letting you know that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Cancer sign, so guys, take what resonates for you and just leave the rest for someone else. Remember that the energies can reverse. So if it's resonating, Cancer, get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that is just not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Cancer? All right, Cancer, you are starting out with the Ace of Coins. I love that for you. You have the Queen of Coins, and you have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. Be careful with your money this week. It does look like you're going to come out on top, but there could be somebody that is trying to be deceptive with you regarding something to do with finances. So be very careful with your money. I do see that you're encompassing the Queen of Coins energy here, and that does tell me that generally you are really good with money. This could have to do with something that is a large sum of money, but whatever it is going to be revealed to you. So, because somebody's being deceptive with your money. Now, that being said, this is a love reading, and I do see that there is some sort of a new stable beginning. It could be something you're doing on your own, though, because with the Queen of Coins, this tells me that you are in a very productive period in your life. You're kind of really focusing on yourself. A lot of self-care, a lot of self-love is in this card. And it's also telling me that you're very focused on your home, however you make your money. You're very focused on your family or your children if you have children. Just be very careful about this deception. Now, this could also have to do with some sort of a offer of a stable new relationship, but there could be something that's going to be revealed to you, and we'll clarify that. Let me go ahead and see who's in your energy. All right, the person in your energy, we have the Knight of Swords. We have the Three of Coins in the reverse. And we have the Five of Wands. Okay, so whenever this deception is revealed, there's going to be some conflict. Yeah, so I do feel like whoever is coming towards you, they have the Knight of Swords. They're coming towards you very quickly. Three of Coins in the reverse tells me that there's a lack of stability, though, for this person. And I do see that there is some sort of an established foundation that has crumbled, or this person could be breaking some sort of a contract with you. So be careful about contracts. Make sure you read all the fine print. I do see that there's going to be some conflict over whatever this is. And I will tell you that right now this person is experiencing some instability in their life. So let's look at the energy between Cancer and this person. Two of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, so there's been an ending here. You're not on the same page with this person, but they're coming towards you very quickly, either about a stable new beginning or about, something to do with finances, but you are absolutely not on the same page with this person. I will also tell you that this person does have some toxic energy. There is a sense of temptation that you have towards whatever this is. But I'm seeing here that this person is moving towards you very quickly. I would slow their behind down because I'm telling you there's a lack of you being on the same page here. This may be somebody that has either recently gone through some sort of an ending, or you may have had an ending with them. This could be someone from your past for some of you. Let me see what's affecting this connection. King of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, they're lying. This person is lying. And if you're going into some sort of contractual agreement with this person, they're going to break that contract or already have. They're coming across as being really truthful, but I feel like somebody in your energy is not telling you the truth. There's very untruthful communication that's here. And I will say, Cancer, that you're very tempted towards whatever this is, whether it's financial or whether it's, personal. You're very tempted towards it, but you're realizing you're not on the same page. And I'm telling you, something's going to be revealed here that's going to open your eyes, and it will create conflict. Let me see the outcome for Cancer. Wow, I don't usually get this kind of reading. Six of Wands, you're going to be triumphant in this. I don't usually get this kind of reading here, but yeah, you're going to find something out about somebody. And you're going to be successful in this because you did your due diligence. You did find out whatever this is. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords in the reverse. This is underlying energy, and this tells me that you have been healing from some sort of a heartbreak here. So this could possibly be somebody from your past that's trying to reunite with you. Understand that this person is coming in a deceptive energy, and it's going to be revealed to you. You will be successful over this, and I do see a lot of healing actually coming from this, but let's clarify. Now, you might be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Gemini is very strong. So let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Ace of Coins here? Why is the Ace of Coins here for Cancer? All right, so we have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Five of Cups. Yeah, there's a sense here of you having learned from the past. There was if you had an ending with this person, there was definitely a sadness, sometimes depression for somebody out there. You've been communicating back and forth with somebody here about having this new beginning, or like I said, this could have to do with finances, but I also feel like you've done a lot of healing, and it took a long time for you to do this healing, Cancer. So you've learned from that situation. You really went through it. I can see that, but you learned a lot of very valuable lessons, and you have not forgotten them. So if this is a lover, or this is somebody that, is offering a new beginning to you, you're kind of looking at them like, I don't know if this is actually my person or not. You're not like ruling it out at this point, but you're realizing that you might not be on the same page with this person. This conversation is going back and forth, though. This is back and forth communication, and you're hoping that it does lead to a new beginning, or whatever this financial gain is. You're hoping, I can see the hope, but you've also got these lessons from the past that you're healed from. So let me see the Queen of Coins, and I can see that you're very tempted. You're very tempted by this person. Yeah, the Fool. That's taking a risk. And the Four of Cups reversed. You've been thinking about this person or this offer for quite some time. You want this new beginning. You want to take a risk with this person. But something is raising red flags for you at the same time. And it's because in the past, this person caused a lot of heartbreak, a lot of sadness for you. They didn't treat you with the proper respect. And so I do feel like, this is somebody you may have even thought, okay, this is a missed opportunity. It's done. And they may be coming back in and very quickly for this new beginning. And it's something you're tempted towards. You want to take this risk. Let me see this Seven of Swords reverse, because I'm very curious about that. Let's see what has been hidden. Because that's lying, cheating, stealing, some sort of deception that's being uncovered. All right, we have the World, and we have the Ace of Swords reversed. It's a lie. There's a lie that's here. I'm seeing it in a couple different places. Now, they're coming towards you, and they seem very sincere. They really do. So sincere that they even believe their own lie. But something's raising these red flags for you, and it will be uncovered that there's a lie here, and it's going to cause you to say, you know what, I'm done with this. And you're going to close this cycle out for good and begin a new cycle, because you've done too much healing to be deceived into, the same garbage that you healed from. So let me look at their energy. Let's see. Look at that. Bottom of the deck is the Seven of Swords in reverse again. So let me see the Knight of Swords. Spirit, why is the Knight of Swords here for the person in Cancer's energy? Some of them are coming towards you with an apology. The Magician, more Gemini energy, and the Page of Cups. For a few of you, this is someone new who has gone through an ending themselves. So I do feel like there's a temptation, regardless if it's someone from the past or if it's someone new. And I do feel like you've gone through a lot that you've healed from. This person did literally manifest you, though. If this is someone from the past, they're coming in with an apology. If it's someone new, they're kind of breaking the ice and coming towards you. Let me see, Three of Coins. Be careful, because this person is somebody who is not speaking truthfully, but they actually even believe the story they're saying. So I don't know how you can do that, but people do it all the time. All right, we have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands. And we have Justice in reverse. Libra energy. But yeah, this person, they're coming towards you with what they think is good news. If this is an investment, if this has to do with financial stuff, you're on the verge of taking this risk, or you may have already. But I do feel that this person is coming towards you, you know, saying, look, I want to invest in this connection. So let's talk about if it's financial. This person's talking to you about an investment. They're bringing in good news. You're considering it. You're looking at it. But Justice in the reverse tells me that this person could have legal issues that are outstanding, but they're not coming to you in a balanced way. There's an injustice that's being done. So Cancer, if this is a financial issue, I want you to really do your due diligence, and check to see if the person you're dealing with or the situation you're dealing with, if there's outstanding legal charges on that person. Do a little background on this, because they're coming towards you and everything looking really good. But King of Swords in the reverse tells me that this person is not being honest. Now, if this has to do with personal, I want you to be also very careful, because this person's going to come in. They're going to open the door with, you know, small talk, you know, possibly an apology if it's someone from the past. But this is somebody who is, you know, they're very patient. They're very strategic. They deliver communication in a very strategic way. If it's a new person, they've recently gone through an ending of some sort. They're not stable. They're not stable financially. And if it's a new, they may not be stable as far as their home life. But this is somebody who has broken a contract. This is the deception. And there could be legal issues this person is going through that are unresolved due to the ending of some sort of foundation as well. But they're not going to come in telling you that. They're going to come in very patiently, very strategically. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. And this is why you're being so tempted towards this. But there's definitely a sense of imbalance that's present. Bottom of the deck is the Devil. So let me see the Five of Wands. Show me the Five of Wands for the person in Cancer's energy. Queen of Wands, the Emperor in the reverse, Queen of Pentacles reverse. Now you have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright, and the Three of Pentacles. So yeah. All right. So again, if we're looking at the financial aspect of it, because for somebody out there, that is definitely what's taking place here. This person is very charming. They're coming in a very smooth, manipulative way. They're trying to control the situation so that they can take your money. They will break any kind of contract that they have with you. So be very careful. Again, I cannot tell you, do the background, read every word, especially with regard to contracts, because I'm seeing twice here something to do with contracts that this person may be presenting you. This is a very strategic, very methodical person who is trying to run a con on you, and you're going to find out. Now, if this is having to do with love, this is somebody who has a third party, because the Queen of Wands is in the upright. They're powerfully attracted to you. However, there is a third party. There's competition that's here, and that's what caused the ending of their previous relationship. That's what caused the instability, whether that was with you or whether this is a new person and they have just come out of a relationship. So this person, again, is trying to control the situation, and it's destabilize. It will destabilize you if you move in that direction. Now, I feel like you're going to find out about this because there's some sort of a lie here that is being uncovered, and I feel like it's going to cause conflict with this person, and they're going to realize that Cancer is not to be fooled with. So whatever they're trying to do is not going to move through. It's not going to go through. They're going to take initial action, but when you discover this, they're going to disappear. So let me look at the energy between Cancer and this person. All right, we have the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Five of Pentacles. The situation is going to escalate, and that's what's going to cause you to understand that you're not on the same page with this person. You're kind of guarded because of everything that you've gone through in the past, which is probably a good thing. If you're dealing with finances and money, you could have experienced some sort of a loss recently that caused some problems for you. And so that's why this is looking so good, because it looks like it's going to recover that. See, I don't think you need it though, because you have this Queen of Coins. You're already coming out of this through your own efforts. If this has to do with love and this is a past person, this is somebody who caused a lot of grief and heartbreak in your life, but you've been holding on to this person. And I do feel that, you know, even though you're guarded, you have been holding on to this person. So if it's a new person, you're kind of guarded. Now, this person's going to come in with a boohoo story, especially if it's someone new. This person is in a state of poverty. So that's why they're running this con if it's financial. If this is somebody who is a lover or a love interest, this person is feeling abandoned and rejected either by you. If this is a previous person, they're going to come in, they're going to apologize, they're going to try to manipulate the situation, and they're going to come across as being extremely sincere and extremely loving. If it's a new person, they're experiencing a state of poverty, both financially as well as, you know, emotionally, because of their past actions. So let me see. I literally see 3 timelines there. A new person, an old person, and a financial timeline. This is a very unusual reading, Cancer. I don't normally get this. So let me see the King of Swords reversed. I'm curious about that, because I feel like you're going to be angry about what is revealed. This dishonesty sits in the center of your reading. Oh, for a lot of you, it's about love. Ace of Cups. Knight of Pentacles reversed. And the 8 of Coins. So if this has to do, let's approach each timeline. If this has to do with finances, look at the details. And I do see you doing that. So I'm very proud of you for that. I do also feel like you're really wanting this. You're really tempted towards whatever this is. This could be something to do with work or somehow involved with your work. It's definitely involving money for those of you that is resonating with. I do feel like, you know, this person is very patient, very methodical. They're going to give you this good news, but it's never going to be delivered. It's never going to be delivered. They're going to stall. This is where the dishonesty is. So, you know, it looks great, but I would be very careful. Now, if this is somebody with regard to love, if this is a previous lover, this person is going to come in. They're going to offer this new beginning with you. But again, they're very strategic. They are, this is somebody who has gone through some sort of other, you know, breakdown. They may have involved themselves with someone else after your connection, and that has broken down. There could be legal implications involved with that as well. And again, we see this person not delivering on what they're telling you. They're bringing the good news, but they failed to deliver it. Okay? You're wanting to work this out. And it's very tempting, like I said. Now, if this is somebody new, you're looking at all the details, and this is somebody who is experiencing financial problems. They're experiencing a collapsed foundation. They're experiencing possible legal implications to that. They are patiently coming towards you, acting as if they want to invest, giving you everything you want to hear. But again, we see this person failing to deliver this. So where is the lie? The lie has to do with either an offer of some sort that you love, it sounds wonderful, or it's a new love offer, or a offer to begin again. So again, just be very careful. I'm not going to tell you what to do, because it's your life and you should never give up your power to anybody. But I would definitely look at the details, and we do see you doing that. You're looking closely at the details. So I think that that's what's going to lead you to this Seven of Swords reversed here. Let me see. You could be dealing with a Aries. I'm seeing also Leo, Sagittarius, earth signs. Could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Let's look at your outcome, though. Show me the outcome for Cancer. Show me the outcome for Cancer. I feel like when you find out, when you look at the details on this, it's going to piss you off, because you're going to realize this person has not been honest. All right, you got the Two of Swords. That's a decision. We got the Ten of Wands and the Four of Wands reversed. So yeah, it's going to be problematic for you. You were hoping that this would be successful on all three timelines. It's going to lead you to a decision. You're kind of going back and forth in your mind. You're not sure what to do, but you're realizing that this person is not being honest with you. They're not providing the clarity that you're asking for. And your decision, it has to do with whether or not to completely end this, or whether or not it could be successful. So you're going to have to make your own decision. And I feel like you're feeling overwhelmed. You're not really sure what you want to do. That's where we see you kind of going back and forth, back and forth. But Six of Wands tells me that a lot of you are going to close this out once you see the deception. And it's just going to be a process to get to that point, but you're going to be successful here at the end of the day. But it's going to take a minute to get there. It's going to take a minute, because I get it, Cancer. Whatever this is, whichever of those three timelines you're on, it looks good. You want it. But now you have to face the reality that there's some dishonesty here as well. Now, in their energy, this person is absolutely unstable. You got the Four of Wands in the reverse. They're absolutely unstable. And really, their ability to have success in whatever this venture is lies upon whatever decision that you make. But I'm telling you, what the cards are saying is that this person's trying to control the situation. There's competition here. This person, they're not stable. They're definitely not stable. And I feel like they're either trying to get into your pockets, or they are not being faithful to this connection. There's something here that is not on the up and up. So do your due diligence and then make your decision from there. All right. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords in the reverse, underlying energy, which again tells me that whatever this situation is, it's going to escalate. We see the constant escalation up until there is the conflict here. And I feel like this person's going to come at you hard when you start questioning them, and that's going to be problematic. It's going to raise red flags for you, and then you have to then make a decision that's going to be in your best interest. I do see that there will be communication about this, but the situation is going to escalate up to that point. So, yeah. Wow, that was unexpected, Cancer. Let's get you some advice from the oracles. Pulling for Cancer. Yeah, it's number 14. This does indicate, because it condenses to a 5, that there are changes that are taking place here. And it says, ride the wave. So let's read that. Give me 1 second. Right now, success is easy and effortless. You can be assured that you're entering a time when you can ride the wave of abundance. The tide is turned and you can put your surfing skills to the test. Everything that you know, all your talents coupled with your hopes and dreams will carry you forward. People and circumstances have come out of the ocean of potential and possibility to take shape in a wave of spectacular activity. Know that you are definitely on the right path. So I feel like whatever decision you make here, Cancer, is going to lead you to success. Just do your due diligence. All right? The decision is yours. All right, I hope that this is helpful for you. If you've resonated with this reading, Cancer, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Cancer, know that you are loved, and namaste.